Police across the GTA have been reporting a spike in car thefts in recent weeks. Vehicle thefts have already been on the rise this year. In Toronto alone, thefts are up 42% over this time last year. Yesterday, Peel Police issued a notice that overnight thefts are on the rise and Range Rovers are being targeted. York and Durham regions have also been reporting a rise in thefts as well. Tony Anscombe is the chief security evangelist at ESET, a digital security company, and joins us live now on CP24 Breakfast. Tony, great to have you with us. We've come a long way from hot wiring cars. What methods are being used these days to steal cars? I've heard about, the rejigging of the fobs, but what else are they doing?
Well, so there's two main ways. There's one where they're relaying the fob signal. So your keys are just inside your front door, and somebody's relaying that signal to your car to unlock it and drive it away. But more recently, they're also using the OBD port in the car. So the little diagnostic thing the garage is meant to be using for service and such like, they plug into it and they reprogram a new key.
Okay. And Tony, we know that these methods of stealing cars are now high tech. They've evolved, but methods to stop car thefts are surprisingly low tech. So what are some simple strategies that people listening to today can employ immediately for free that can make it harder for a theft to take away with the vehicle?
Well, one is to park your car in the garage. Lock it away at night. But if it's a relay theft, put the keys in a tin or put them in a Faraday pouch. They're fairly simple to purchase and fairly cheap on online stores. And with the OBD port, you can actually put something that locks the port, locks the data port. Now, of course, that does mean you need to remember to take the key for that with you when you go to get your car serviced.
And Tony, I saw on the list there, conceal your vehicle. So is this dependent on where you park your car? Does that have a saying in whether or not your car gets stolen?
Well, so if it's being stolen from your home, if you can park it in the garage and secure your garage, that's going to keep it much safer. But the thieves may be watching you. If you've got a high-end, expensive car, they may have tagged the car, put an air tag on the car, and they know where you live. So they're looking to see whether the car is parked outside or such like. If you're parking in a public place, then make sure you're parking it in a well-lit area with CCTV. That's frequently used.
Yeah, when I read conceal your car for a minute there, I thought you were talking about like you need to park your car in some underground ravine or a tunnel to keep it away from people. But that seems to be a place where car thefts are more likely to take place. All right. And, you mentioned some of those devices that we can buy that are relatively inexpensive but effective. There was one that involved your steering wheel. Is that still effective?
Yes, of course. A good manual steering wheel lock is still very effective. The other thing you can do is put a secondary alarm system on the car. Even if the car manufacturer puts their own alarm system on that's quite sophisticated, if you put a secondary one on, that's going to thwart the thieves as well, because they're not going to be able to crack that. And some of those secondary alarms use clever things like the buttons that exist in your car already. They'll ask you to turn them on in certain sequence, like lights and then air conditioning and heated seats, and in effect creating a PIN number within the secondary alarm.
Okay, Tony Anscombe, Chief Security Evangelist at ESET. Really appreciate your time and your tips this morning. Thanks so much.
Thank you.